time. Let's talk about that, I mean, absolutely foul protest, a dirty protest indeed, at a lake in the Prime Minister's £2 million mansion in Yorkshire yesterday. It caused a major security breach. I don't know what the police are thinking up there. People have been climbing on his roof. Now they're getting into the property. But 4 have been arrested by the police in the grounds of the home on suspicion of aggravated trespass. One of them, Oliver Clegg, a 21-year-old student protester from Manchester, appeared to carry out, a dirty protest, i.e. he did a number 2 in the lake. Now, he was wearing a T-shirt saying, "Eat S something something T Rishi" T-shirt, and he went into the lake, filmed by his colleagues, pulled down his trousers and appeared to do a number 2. I mean, just extraordinary. I'm not quite sure what purpose they thought they were serving, other than, oh, we've done something naughty and rude. But apparently they've got a purpose. Well, let's try and find out what it is, shall we? Eddie Whittingham joins us. He's an activist with Youth Demand, the organisation of which these 4 people were members. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Julia.
Thank you very much. Please tell me, how does doing a number 2 at the Prime Minister's property in any way further the cause, whatever it is that you're pushing? What is the purpose of that?
Yeah, well, just for context, Julia, so Youth Demand is a youth-led organisation demanding that the UK government impose a 2-way arms embargo on Israel. That means we should not be buying weapons from Israel or selling weapons to Israel because they are committing genocide. And we're also demanding an end on all new licensing and consents for fossil fuels in the UK. Now,
so wait a minute. So you've got in on the 2 biggie cause célèbres of the moment, haven't you? So it's, net zero staff, climate change, and also Gaza. I mean, well done. I mean, you must be lovely people.
Sure. I mean, are you aware that the death toll in Gaza is approaching 40,000, Julia? Did you know that? No,
because it's not, because you've been listening to Hamas figures. Have you listened to what the UN has had to say about what those figures are?
Okay, are you aware that half a million people are on the verge of starvation?
You're a bit out of date. You also don't know what the word genocide means.
So are you denying that 500,000 people are facing acute food insecurity in Gaza? Is that what you're saying,
I'm
Julia?
not denying that. That wasn't the point of what
you were saying. So
you
know better than the UN?
No, you don't appear to know what the UN says about the death toll, though, do you? Do you understand?
The
also
UN
have a dictionary to hand?
500,000 people are facing catastrophic lung cancer.
Oh, you've moved on to something else because I questioned the first stat you gave.
What was that? What the 40,000? Nearly 40,000
the casual one about
died.
40,000 people being killed by Israel. That one. The genocide.
Okay. In other news, a third of children in this country are living in poverty. Well,
Now hold on a minute. 1 minute we're worried about people dying in Gaza and climate change, and now we're worried about. I mean, Youth Demand have got a lot of demands, haven't they?
We've got 2 demands.
2 demands.
And they relate to each other.
They relate to each other. Why do you think you're in a position to demand anything?
Because the government is committing genocide and 14 years of Tory rule have killed hundreds of thousands of people in this country.
Our government's committing genocide?
Yes, by selling arms to Israel, which are then used on citizens in Gaza.
Are you aware of the percentage of arms to Israel receives that come from Britain? This is your
I don't know those figures off the top of my head.
You don't? Off the top? Shall I give it to you off the top of my head? It's under 2%.
Yeah, OK, and those weapons that we're selling to Israel are being used against children in Gaza.
OK. They're also being used against Hamas fighters who are terrorists and who want the absolute, complete and utter destruction of Israel and indeed all Jewish people. Oh, yeah, by the way, and all infidels. I have a horrible feeling that may include you and me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's clear we're not going to see eye to eye on this, Julia. But if anyone wants to actually take action against this criminal government, please go to youthdemand.org, sign up for action.
It's a criminal government.
We're going to be taking action in London on the 13th and the 20th of July.
Have you been concerned about other countries where children are dying in wars? Because children are dying in this war, and it's horrific and it's awful, and everyone should be concerned about it. However, it happens in every war.
That's a red herring. I came on your show to talk about what the government is doing by selling arms to Israel.
You're the one who mentioned the kids in poverty in the UK. You're the one. You're the one who doesn't seem to know anything about the thing you're concerned about.
14 years of Tory rule has led to a third of children in the UK living in poverty. Okay, how do you feel about that, Julia?
I don't believe that a third of children is. It's called relative poverty, and
so the Department for Work and Pensions is wrong. Then is that right?
Well, yeah, about a lot of things. Yeah, I would say absolutely. I would say. Let's come back to the actual protest. What was the purpose of somebody? 4 people it would appear turning up. One of them, a rude T-shirt, pulling down his trousers, and doing a number 2 in a lake on Rishi Sunak's property.
Well, what do you think, Julia? What do you think?
So you can get on the telly and the radio and make your points?
Yeah. So I can get on the telly and the radio and tell people that 500,000 people in Gaza are going to starve to death, possibly.
Well,
and that the UK government is complicit in causing this by selling arms to Israel.
You're saying a fifth of the people in Gaza are going to starve to death. I don't think the UN's making that claim.
OK, well, they are saying 500,000. Anyway, we're going round in circles, Julia.
I'm just saying, you're very demanding, Eddie. You're very demanding and very forceful. You don't seem to know very much. But I want to clarify. So there is, given that we've had like lots of different protests from various different groups concerned about climate or concerned about what's happening in Gaza, those protests are getting more and more extreme every time. What's the next thing? Because next time someone takes a poo in a lake, that's not going to be news, so it won't get so much publicity. So what do you do next time, or what do you do after that? We're going to do
whatever we non-violently can in order to hold the government to account. Yes, of course.
It has to be non-violent. No, I'm just checking.
We're going to do whatever we non-violently do in order to get the government to do the right thing, to stop funding, stop sending weapons to Israel, stop buying weapons from Israel, and stop issuing new fossil fuel licenses.
Let's come to the fossil fuel licenses.
Hundreds of millions of people.
Why are these two particular issues, other than the fact that they're the cool, trendy issues to care about if you're a virtue signaling young person these days? Why these two specific issues?
Well, because we've got a genocide unfolding before our eyes in Gaza, and we've got a longer term thing, which is the climate crisis, which is already killing people all around the world.
Sorry, sorry, I missed that. How many people has the climate crisis killed?
I'm not going to be dragged into a debate about terms here, Julia.
Oh yeah, we shouldn't care about the meaning of words. That would be silly. How many people did you say? How many people did you say that the climate crisis has killed?
Yeah, it's killing people all over the world at the moment. It's going to continue. It's going to get worse. OK, I could give you papers that say, billions of people are going to be displaced from where they're living within the next 10, 20 or 30 years. Right. Yes, billions of people may be forced to leave their homes as a result of the climate crisis.
OK. And we'll still be taking a poo in a lake to demonstrate about
that. I don't know where else I can go with this, Julia. Yeah, if people want to get involved, go to Youth Demand.
Go to Youth Demand. Go to Youth Demand and sign up for the latest
version. Thanks for the shout out, Julia.
No, it's been a pleasure to join Eddie Whittingham, an activist with Youth Demand. It's very forceful. I think he does a lot of demanding. Benedict Spence.
That was about as enlightening as swimming through a faeces-filled lake. Honestly, I mean, what can you do when people just spout, oh, genocide, this, that and the other, oh, but I'm not going to get drawn into terms because... And also, a third of people are in poverty, oh, but I'm not going to talk about that, and it has nothing... What's the point? Honestly, what's the point in engaging? Youth Demand, what are they demanding? Well, they don't even
half of me says you shouldn't invite these people on because you only encourage them to these stupid demos, but I think it's much better to hear from them because I think they just expose themselves. I hope you enjoyed that, everybody. But meanwhile, do worry about all the things he's worried about.